friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How the hell are you doing? I am currently 2 weeks into solo lockdown and I am starting to get a bit sick of my own company. And when I say a bit sick, I mean like projectile vomiting. That's how sick I am of myself. The days kind of just happen and I'm just here still. I also still don't have Wi-Fi, so like honestly the situation is not ideal, but you know what, we're making it work. We're pretty much staying sane. Hopefully. You know, one cool thing that did happen, this came in the post, and this is my BSL certificate, because by some miracle, I passed all of my sign language exams. By the way, it's a miracle because in my exam, for some reason, I just signed about my passion for Italian and Chinese food for a solid 8 minutes, and I really thought I was gonna fail it, but here we are. So I just got my level 1 qualification and I am chuffed with that. Honestly, this coming in the post was like the highlight of my whole week. I can't lie, there's not an awful lot going on in my life at the moment. But today's mission is to read this book. It's called Natives, it's by Carla, and it's about race and class in the ruins of empire. And my old college at Durham, which still feels so crazy to say, like old college. Like I am alumni, what the hell? This year they've set up an anti-racism society, and so for their first meeting they are doing a book club where they're discussing this book. So I thought I would go along. So that would be nice to see some familiar faces, although there probably will be some freshers who will be like, she doesn't even go here. And they're not wrong. I don't even go there. Also very much hoping I still have enough phone data to be able to hotspot and do it because I don't have Wi-Fi. I hate that I keep banging on about it and it's such a first world problem, but even though it's a first world problem, it is still a massive pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm going to try and read as much of this as possible today and we'll see what else I can get up to. Welcome to the weekly vlog. Hopefully I will do more than just sitting here complaining about my lack of Wi-Fi.
On tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's gonna make you sick.
Okay, so one good thing that has happened in lockdown so far is a purchase I made, which is this pull-up bar. I know this is very random, but just imagine how much fun I can have on this during lockdown. And I can just make that a little project for myself. Also, I've just noticed in the viewfinder that I did leave the instruction manual up there, as in the instructions for how to put it on the door, not how to use it. However, one slight issue is that I don't know whether that fat crack was on the wall before or after I put that up. If you're my landlord watching this video, hi Jez, that was there before I moved in. But yeah, this pull-up bar was an absolute bargain. I'm not gonna lie, I usually try to avoid this, but I did buy the pull-up bar on Amazon. Sorry, I know, I am funding the Bezos Christmas dinner this year. I'm sorry about it. But yeah, I just thought this would be a fun lockdown project. So if you're wondering where I am, I'll be here. I swear to God, if by the end of this lockdown I'm not a vision of fitness and health, I will be fuming, he says, and then reaches for his Nutella on toast. But you know what? Life is all about balance, and that's delicious. Do you want to know what else I bought? This freaking huge mirror. Look at the size of her. I bought it from someone on Facebook Marketplace, and I naively thought that I'd be able to carry this home, and I was wrong. So just for a moment, I want you to imagine my Uber driver's face when he pulled up and I was standing there with this big fat mirror like, hello. But we managed to get it home and now I feel like a proper influencer. So I was having this conversation on Twitter earlier about things that as children we thought would be much bigger issues in our lives than they've actually turned out to be. For example, quicksand. Really thought I would constantly be on the lookout to avoid quicksand. Piranhas. Thought that would be a much bigger issue in my life than they have actually turned out to be. The Bermuda Triangle. Movies had me worried sick about the Bermuda Triangle. Leeches, volcanoes, dance battles, and that's on Ryan and Chad from High School Musical. Come to think of it, you know what we weren't worried about? Pandemics. Much to think about. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. So, good morning. I know what you're thinking. Jack, that's a weird outfit for lounging around the house all day again. Well, my friends, have I got news for you? I've actually got a job interview this morning for like one of the world's biggest companies, so I'm freaking out. They actually messaged me yesterday being like, hey, what time are you free for an interview tomorrow? And I was like, you know, anytime from 7 AM. As if I've got up before midday at any point in this lockdown so far. But the interview is this morning at 9:30. So, wish me luck. I just need to not say anything stupid for like 1 hour. 1 hour of my life. Okay, so the job interview is done. I don't think it went awfully, which in my books is pretty good going. So we shall see whether I have a shot at that job. I really hope so because it's such a cool role and I'll let you know at some point what happened. I've got my fingers, my toes, my freaking intestines, everything crossed. Yeah, so about that, little update, didn't get the job. I have got a delivery! In this package I have a photo book which I designed because it is mine and Sammy's 2-year anniversary. Where the hell did I get 20 from? Jesus! It's our 2-year anniversary coming up. To be totally honest with you, we actually don't know which date it is because when we became official, we were chatting away and we had this really long conversation and then by the time we checked the time, it was like 1:45 in the morning. So we don't actually know whether we became official before or after midnight. So whether it was the 24th or the 25th. So we just celebrate both. The point is, I have made some photo books using the Popsa app. Oh my god, they look so good. Sometimes it's hard to think of gift ideas that really show that you care, but something personalized is the perfect way to do it. And how sweet is that? The best thing about Popsa is that you can totally customize every single page and drag and drop. So even if you are technologically inept, like I am, it's the easiest thing ever. You can have pages that don't have borders, you can pages that do, you can change the different colors of the borders, you can add in captions, you can customize the font, you can customize the color of the cover, and the results are absolutely stunning. I went for the hardback option. And you know, everything is so digital right now, it's really special to have kind of physical pictures and something to physically hold. For example, this picture of us dressed as wizards. That's something that I want to keep and cherish forever. As in, like, we literally went clubbing dressed as wizards. So that is just super, super lovely. And do you know what's even more lovely? I've got a little discount code for you. Popsa have been super, super generous. So if you use the code Jack Edwards, you can get 30% off your next order with Popsa. Do you remember when photo books would take you like 3 hours to make? This literally took, I would say, 6 minutes. But it was 6 minutes full of love and care and consideration. So yeah, I will leave a link down below for you to check out Popsa. Use the discount code Jack Edwards for 30% off. And yeah, thank you so much to Popsa for working with me and securing me the perfect anniversary present. Okay, so my mission now is to make some Instagram reels. I'm trying to do a kind of like fashion kind of thing. So I'm basically styling these golden trousers to the song Golden by Harry Styles. And I'm posing on this cabinet. If you watched my previous video, before I rejigged this room, this cabinet was just in the corner of the room with a sofa in front of it. Like, you couldn't see it, and it's awesome. So now I'm just making the most of it and giving it the attention that it deserves. Is anyone else finding that it just feels like it's dark all the frickin' time? Like, why do I feel like I should be heading to bed pretty soon when it's literally 5 PM? Don't get me wrong, I understand and appreciate the concept of daylight saving hours, but like, how much daylight do they need to save? It's just always dark. I don't think I've ever noticed it as much because normally we have structure and routine and we're not just stuck in the house. But it just feels like you go to bed and it's dark and then you wake up and 2 hours later, it's dark again. Greenwich Mean Time, I just want to talk. Anyway, my beef with the sun is not the point of this clip. So I got some cracking news because I ordered a desk to go in that corner of my bedroom. I ordered it mid-September when we first moved in, and at the time it wasn't meant to come until mid-January, but got a little text today saying that it's ready to be delivered to me. And it's November, so I've managed to get a delivery slot for the 1st of December, which I'm so excited about because I can finally have a desk in my room. So that's gonna be super cool. I've really been putting off actually sorting out my bedroom until that arrived, so that's gonna be awesome. And I also just had a little delivery of something else I ordered for my room. Now, you're gonna laugh at this. It's honestly so stupid. Like, at the time that I ordered it, it seemed like a really good idea. Now that it's in my hand, it's so stupid. This is basically a massive dice. I don't know what it is about things that are way bigger than they should be or way smaller than they should be that I just get so buzzing about. No, it's got one of those really annoying labels. Okay, that's a problem for future Jack. This is basically made from the same wood as the desk that I've ordered, so I thought it would just like tie everything together, you know? Did someone say interior design? I think they might have done. Also, perhaps even more excitingly than the desk, I've ordered a new lampshade to go up there. I don't know if you can see what this lampshade looks like. Hang on. There she is in all her misery. It came with the flat, but it's just so ugly and long. Why does it look like that? If there was a film made about shapes, and one of the shapes was the shape villain, that shape would be the villain. No, I would not like to elaborate on that point any further. Basically, I've ordered a replacement. Oops. That is the same style as this lamp that I have next to my bed. I'm going for an industrial feel with like black and wood. And it's gonna be spectacular, and you're on your way out, sweetheart. I also need to find a new home for that bookcase over there. The desk that I've ordered has shelves, so I need to find somewhere new for that bookcase to go. I might put it in the living room or something, but I'll vlog it. You know how I am, so don't you worry, you'll be part of the process. And maybe at some point I'll finally put these posters actually on a wall. Stay tuned to find out. Hello, my dudes. I didn't film a single thing yesterday because I am the categorical worst. I actually did something very cool and I thought I'd be able to film it, but I was not allowed. And that's because I was working on a secret project and I actually can't tell you a single thing about it. Not because I'm an arsehole. I mean, I am an arsehole, but that's not the reason. It's actually because I signed an NDA, like a non-disclosure agreement, so I legally actually can't talk about it. So it's not actually my secret project. I'm basically working on a bigger thing. You know what, I hate it when people do this, and I am that guy. It was basically like a photo shoot, but the photographer couldn't obviously come to my house, so they sent all the equipment here. I set it all up and I spoke to the photographer via Zoom, and then he connected to the camera and took the photos from where he was of me here. Isn't that just freaking crazy? So as you can imagine, it was chaotic, and honestly, this guy had the patience of a saint with me. Also, big news, yesterday the Wi-Fi man came, so that means we have Wi-Fi, right? Wrong. Actually, he couldn't install it. Honestly, if I don't laugh, I will sob. So basically, another engineer needs to come in a week's time. A week's time. And then that person will give it another go. So now we have the Wi-Fi box. Like, the Wi-Fi box is right there, but it doesn't work. It's taunting me. Ugh, I'm ready for today to be over. Sorry, I literally hate coming on here and just being negative on this channel because that's the last thing everyone needs right now. But I've just been having one of those days, you know? I was just chilling, minding my business, reading my book, and I heard this massive crash. I was like, what the hell is that? So I went downstairs and there was just glass everywhere. Basically, someone has completely smashed my front door, which is like, not ideal, and also a problem that I've never had to confront before. Like, I was like, what do I even do about this? Let's just say when I woke up this morning, I didn't expect at any point today to be talking to a police officer through a shattered window. In fact, you know what the stupidest thing was? This postman arrived with a package for me, obviously saw that the door had been like completely smashed up, rang the doorbell, so I came downstairs and I'm like speaking to him through the broken window, and there were like full-on shards of glass just hanging. Like, I had been too nervous to open the door because I thought as soon as I open this door, they're gonna fall and smash even more. And this postman just starts putting his hand through the broken glass, and I literally had to be like, stop! Because this shard of glass was so close to falling onto his arm. Like, I want my package, but not your dismembered arm with it. So anyway, my landlord had to come over and we boarded it up. And oh, do you know what else? All of this had just happened. My heart was racing and I got upstairs and I heard my email alert go. So I was like, oh, what could this be? Yeah, it was a job rejection. From literally my dream job. Genuinely, I worked for days on that application and then they were just like, sorry, no experience. And I'm like, ugh. I know! It said on your website, no experience required. Like, today is already not going well. Read the freaking room! So yeah, today has not been smashing, but my window has. But anyway, it's 4 AM now. And I'm just laying here reading Bukowski's poetry. And like, I should probably sleep at some point. And I know you're all gonna say, you're such a drama queen. And like, you're right, I am. But today's been pretty intense. So I'll see you in the morning. Wowee. Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. I said good morning as if the sun wasn't literally setting behind me right now. That's the police coming to get me because I am a liar. The Guardian got in contact with me, which is super cool, and they were asking me for some tips for students who are currently having to do school at home, some advice for how to do it, because obviously I did university from home for my final term. So I'm giving all of this cracking advice about getting into a routine, trying to stick with the times you would normally wake up and go to sleep, getting dressed in the morning, as if I actually do that myself right now. In fairness, I did it when I was a student, but right now I'm just an unemployed mess. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is basically, for my company, Ink Outside the Box, we've been selling these imperfect planners for charity. Actually, update on that, we raised £4,000. What the hell? That is honestly insane. You have blown my little brain. So thank you so much to everyone who got behind that campaign and raised money for 3 amazing charities. We're still carrying on with that, so I'll leave the link down below if you do want to get involved. If any of you don't know what I'm talking about, basically we had some faulty planners delivered to our warehouse. Essentially, each of the monthly dividers is just 1 month early, but aside from that, it's totally usable, so we're selling them for charity. And we also did a charity auction on eBay, right? And basically, when I was setting up the auction on eBay, it was asking me what category I wanted to put the product in. So I went to the drop-down list, but the only options it gave me were like farmyard animals. And I was like, well, it's not a pig or a donkey. Like, I was kind of looking for the word stationary, but instead I got sheep. So I put no category, and then I was hoping that eBay would just categorize it itself, which it did. But do you know what it categorized my academic planners as? Erotic art. Erotic art. How does that happen? Who did that to me? So if you went onto the webpage, around my products were similar items, and they were just all photographs of naked people, which is like not really the vibe we were going for, you know? The funniest one though was, there was this painting of a woman with one of her Hakuna Matitas in a jar, like in a candle jar. And do you know who pointed this out to me? My mother. Ah! I know, camera, I was shocked too. My lovely mum went onto her eBay account to have a look at the auction and see how it was going, and there were just a whole bunch of naked women looking back at her. And so I checked, and lo and behold, there it was. And my whole Twitter timeline was just people being like, hey, do you know about this? So like, not ideal. But anyway, what I'm doing now is editing some Instagram photos to go on the Ink Outside the Box Instagram feed, because I have been neglecting it, because I want to make it a really cool, motivational, productive space. Yes, I did just eat a whole tub of raspberry sorbet to myself in one sitting. Mind your business. All I want to do right now is cook myself a huge roast dinner, but I can't bring myself to do it just for me. It's just a lot of time and effort for something that will take exactly the same amount of time to eat as like pesto pasta. Anywho, I'm gonna continue doing some actual work. Okay, so I do have some kind of development on the whole job hunt thing. I don't have a job, but I do have something. As in, like, they don't pay me, but it's still something that I didn't get a rejection from, and I will take it. Over the years, I've always made sure that part of my week is focused on volunteering work. Usually that's been in local libraries, but obviously they're not open right now. So on one of my many scrolls through LinkedIn, I noticed that a charity called African Development Choices were looking for a social media planner. And what's brilliant about this charity is that their whole ethos is to empower African communities rather than save them. And I just thought that sounds amazing. And I've just had my induction, speaking to the CEO, hearing his vision, and it was just really, really amazing. So that is something I'm excited to work on. It's like 7 to 10 hours a week, but it's nice to be able to put my energy and obsession, high-key obsession, with social media to good use. So yeah, finally some kind of victory on the job hunt. Hopefully the next stop is paid employment, but you know, we're working on it. Good morning, you beautiful people. You foxy little thing, you. What am I even saying? I feel like we're all just here, slowly watching me go insane, or, you know, quite quickly going insane. But you know what? It's fun because we're all here together. Anyway, I'm gonna cook myself up a naughty little bacon sandwich, and it's gonna be a wonderful day. I actually bought myself some granola and yogurt the other day so I could start having healthier breakfasts. That's going really well, yeah, thank you. Okay, book haul. Here are some books that I bought. Quite a diverse range of literature and authors, which is really cool. I'm especially excited to get started on Crazy Rich Asians because I really enjoyed the film. Also, I can't believe it's been a whole year since I went to Singapore. You know what else I can't believe? This is my gap year. This was the year I was supposed to be traveling the world, and we can't even leave the country. I don't want to talk about it. So update, my new light to replace this one has arrived, but I need to wait until I can get the right tools. Also, I'm terrified to try and do this electrical work. Am I the right person for that job? Absolutely not, but do I have an alternative? No. But now that I know this is on its way out, every time I see it, it just annoys me more. Also, let's not talk about that mess up there. You didn't see that. Let's not talk about it. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored. I've just like run out of things to do, and I know that Strictly Come Dancing is on right now. I never thought I would genuinely be craving to watch the jive, but I've actually officially run out of data now, so I actually can't do anything. It's a real issue for me. You know, there is one thing that I did multiple times during the last lockdown which doesn't require Wi-Fi, and that is dyeing my hair. And like, this is lockdown season 2 and I haven't done it yet. So... No, I'm just kidding, I'm actually not gonna do that. When I tell you I damaged this scalp, and can I just say, I did not realize how long it would take to get the very bottom bits of bleach all the way to the top. I thought my hair grew quite quickly, but apparently I was wrong. Possibly something to do with putting bleach or dye on it about 24 times. But in the end, I just got so sick of it that I actually dyed it back brown just so that it was all one consistent color. So I'm not doing that again. Maybe this time I should just shave my head or something. You know, this plant is kind of dying. You know what? Instead of shaving my head, how about I just water my plants and go to bed. Hello friends, happy Sunday. Thank you for watching this video all the way through, even though it's just been me getting increasingly insane as the week has gone on. These videos obviously take a whole week to film and then a whole week to edit on top of that, so I really, really appreciate you getting all the way to the end. Thank you, you beautiful person. Also, of course, a huge shout out to Popsa for sponsoring this week's video. I appreciate you so much, and remember, you guys can get 30% off using the code Jack Edwards. Hopefully I don't need to put it on the screen because I'm hoping by now you should know how to spell it. Okay, fine, I'll put it on the screen anyway. There you go. There you go. I'm too good to you. Also, if you'd like to keep up with my daily shenanigans and chaos, then you can follow my Instagram. It should be right here, I hope. I've been putting a load of effort into my feed and content recently, and that Harry Styles reel is on there on my Reels tab, if you can find it without accidentally ending up on the shopping tab, because none of us want that. None of us want that. But now, I've been Jack Edwards. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.